The main character and his brother have moved into this quiet and peaceful town. In addition, there are two beautiful ladies they meet here, named Heruka and Yuzuki. Then the main character fell in love with this lady named Heruka, and it was a love at first sight. So, in the current timeline they are now girlfriend and boyfriend. Since they have now crossed the boundaries, it was now time to do some couple special activity. She was multitasking at this moment, and she was giving the main character a helping hand, and at the same time, she was feeding the main character with melons. After giving the main character some excellent handling assistance, she was willing to do anything he wanted. So, the main character decided to make her eat his 100% pure homemade sausage. Then she uses his transparent special sauce to enhance the flavor of the sausage. After that, she started her feeding session, and the main character was happily giving her an overflowing nutrition. Of course, she was an excellent girlfriend, so she ate everything without any hesitation. Then she told the main character that she will study more about culture, so she can apply more special techniques to her boyfriend. One day, the main character and his girlfriend were doing some sightseeing at the cliff. Then the main character shared that he was enjoying this peaceful town, since they moved here. Meanwhile, Heruka was having some deep thoughts in her brain cells. Then she builds up the courage to tell the main character about her dream. She loves this town a lot, but every year, there is a decline in population in their town. Therefore, she wanted to do something to solve this issue, because she wanted to protect her hometown that nurtured her growth. You guys might be thinking about the multiplication ritual as the solution, but her solution was to use her cooking skills, and attract more tourists to visit their town. She enjoys spending a lot of time with the main character, but she wanted to fulfill her dream this time. So, she will be attending a cooking school in a different place to improve her skills. After that, she will return to this place, and she wants the main character to wait for her to come back. However, the main character is not willing to wait for her, because he wanted to go with her. Then she got some tears of joy. The main character was enjoying this place, because she was always there for him. So, he decided to help her achieve her dream, because his dream was to become a supportive partner. It was a wholesome scenario, so they made the single people community jealous with their romantic activity. After that, they went home, because privacy is decency. Then they have the 69,000 cooperative feeding frenzy activity. She received an extra thick vanilla milkshake, and she was not contented yet, so she keeps on draining the milkshake machine. After that, the main character asked her if his vanilla milkshake tastes good. However, she can't respond to that question, because it was very cultured. So, the main character just complimented her with cute. Then they have their first time clapping exercises to improve their heart health, and the main character donated his creamy vanilla milkshake. Suddenly, the main character said the I love you sentence, and that awakened the women of culture powers. Therefore, she cannot control herself, because he said the magic words. So, she was now riding on the Iron Pegasus, and she was requesting for more creamy vanilla milkshake. Since the main character was a supportive boyfriend, it was just normal for him to fulfill her needs as soon as possible. Then she thanked her boyfriend by becoming a water cannon. After that, they took a rest while smiling and looking at each other. Then the main character told her that he wanted them to be happily ever after. In the next scenario, it will be the main character's brother's perspective. Mr. Brother was talking to his grandfather, and he was sharing a problem to his grandfather about a girl who was ignoring him lately. When the main character and his brother were still new in town, they went to a local festival. Then his brother met Yuzuki. Of course, they were brothers, so the pattern of falling in love at first sight was still the same. He was having an unlabeled close relationship with Yuzuki, and this lady was very grateful to meet him, because he was always there to cheer her up, and boost her confidence. However, their relationship has suddenly changed, because lately, she is now always avoiding the main character's brother. He wanted to ask some advice from his experienced grandfather, but Grandpa was a skilled ninja that suddenly vanishes. Then Grandpa left a note that he would be out to buy some milk. Suddenly, Yuzuki visited his grandpa's house for some delivery. She noticed that his grandpa was not around, so she decided to leave immediately. However, the main character's brother catch up to her immediately, and he wanted her to come along with him for a private conversation. They went to the sunflower fields, and Homie was asking her about her sudden ghosting. Then she apologized to him for her sudden weird behavior. He was happy with her response, because it was obvious that she was not mad at him. She gathered up her courage, and she was now about to do a love confession. However, the main character's brother did not follow the lady's first rule. Because in this situation, he will become a gentleman if he will go first. So, he boldly confessed his love for her, and it took her 5 minutes to process that information. Then she asked the main character's brother, on what will happen next if she says the I love you sentence. He replied that they will become officially lovers. Then she asked about what lovers do, so this homie replied that lovers will do some cultural activity. Anyways, after that random chit chat, she finally said the I love you sentence, and both of them shamelessly performed the kissing scene in front of the eyes of the single community. In addition, they went home for some privacy, and they are now unlocking the new feature called clapping. The main character's brother was using the first gear, because he was a gentleman, and his caring nature is her favorite thing about him. After that, the rod of acceleration was used, because she was giving him the go signal for overspeeding. She reached her maximum limit, but the main character's brother was not yet done with his job. So, he was giving her some backyard shooting experience. After that, they shared some romantic words to attack the single people community. One day, they were having a double date, and they were discussing about the first couple's departure from this town. Heruka thought that the other pair will get mad, because she will be leaving this town with her partner. However, the other couple was very supportive on Haruka's dream, so she felt relaxed, and she will not worry about anything when they leave. During the evening, the main character's brother and his partner were talking about life goals. Her life goal was very simple, and she just simply wanted to get married in this town, and have a child to raise. Meanwhile, her boyfriend wanted to become a typical husband. Therefore, their objective in life was aligned. After that, they have some evening bonding time. Then her boyfriend become thirsty, and he was drinking the crystal clear mineral water straight from the source of production. In addition, he was having a lifetime supply of this precious water. Next, she was in a rodeo riding on the Iron Pegasus, and she was now an automatic water gun. Her boyfriend did not give her any chance to take a break, because a man of culture will never give up until he can make a shot. After a while, her boyfriend provided a creamy vanilla milkshake, and they have a successful business transaction. A couple of days later, it was now the time of departure. Then the two brothers are genetically alike, because both of them share the power of the legendary haircut that they inherited from their ancient cultured ancestors. Anyways, Heruka assured Yuzuki that she will definitely return to their hometown. Then Yuzuki assured her too that she will be waiting for their return. After that, the main character and his girlfriend ride the bus to the city. Meanwhile, the couple that were left on the island was doing a very shameless activity, and it was called the holding hands. In addition, their holding hand have a special accessory attached to the finger. Therefore, they were now officially engaged.
Nice.
That's the end of this sweet and wholesome cultural anime recap. If you guys wanted the sauce, please find it on the screen. However, please limit the power of the sauce, and make sure that only culturally matured people can consume this. By the way, the legendary haircut seems to be very effective. Maybe, I and the single community should try that too, so we can get some wholesome stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching.